Welcome to the Four Pillars podcast. My name is Sebastiaan, and with the platform of the Four Pillars podcast, my intention is to have many conversations with inspiring people and utilize the four pillars as a framework of conversation. That means we will touch on the body and practices related to things that the person is experiencing or has been experienced through the body. It can be movement practices, that can be particular pains or achievements where the body had a strong pillar. That is the heart, that has everything to do with emotions, with emotional regulation, expression, or going on a journey of discovering the emotion in the self and in the other. That is the mind as a third pillar. The mind is all our thoughts, our beliefs, our layer of critical thinking, but also the business aspect, the strategic layer, and the analytical component of how we observe this reality. And the fourth component is the soul. So the body, heart, mind, soul, where the soul is the part of the framework in the conversations where what's untouchable, the things that we sense, the in-between layers, the things that often give us meaning and purpose in life, that inner voice, that guidance, that intuition. Personally, I am really inspired by the four pillars in such a way that it allows me for interesting thinking framework of how to not only analyze myself, but also analyze another person. How to have a deep conversation, not sticking in the mind or not only floating away with the emotions of the heart, but also to touch on the things that are meaningful or to find meaning into an experience that we had physically and linking those layers together. The Four Pillars podcast is not done in a studio, as you can see. I'm now here standing outside in Al Sarkal Avenue in Dubai. And I intend to have conversations with people wherever I meet them. Of course, sometimes you meet up and you find a nice setting, but I want to do it outside or just during a cup of coffee. There won't be any studio, so there will always be a bit of background noise with the conversation, so to say. What else? I would say the Four Pillars podcast will be about conversations of experiences in which at all times we can relate to these four pillars. So you can expect conversations that touch on the body, as in sports performances or injuries that someone has been through or difficulties in life. Similar to emotional difficulties or particular grief, or also inspirations. On the mind side, you can expect that we analyze things. Maybe we go into the business side of things. Maybe we strategize or try to combine how our physical selves and our embodiment and emotional presence can create a particular reality through our thinking. And on the soul side, you can imagine us to every now and then float away and try to detach from the experiences and see what lies in between. The soul will always be the creative layer, the artistic layer. So the artists would be more prone to having soul-like conversations, where the intellectuals would be prone to having more mind-like conversations, and the sports people would have prone to be more body-like conversations. And I try with my best ability to dance between those layers and pillars, and hope to recognize the other pillars when one is more prevalent, but in the end want to arrive at an inside of a temple where we exist with all these four pillars, and that our personal development journey sometimes grows through one, but we hope to manifest a deeper layer in order to and recognize the other pillars within one journey. So this is what the Four Pillars podcast will be about. Conversations with people in which we explore the Four Pillars framework. I hope you enjoy it.